Wednesday, August 13th, 2:07 God's time, 6:07 UTC for our Euro listeners. And today we have with us Professor Satoshi, LeQuant, and Hackerman Ace. And of course, our in-house Voltard, Marty, the one-man party. What's up, Marty? What's up, Ace?
What up, fellas?
Quant,
boys.
Le Professor.
Hello, guys.
How's
What
it
should we
hanging?
title this one? Let me
Lighter.
retweet this. What are we calling this one?
I should have called it Sidelined.
Everything's beautiful.
I
Everything's
am.
sending. You love to see
A
it.
little bit harsh for people that are sidelined. Dude. It sucks that you're sidelined right now.
Imagine.
I saw some
Really?
people showing their portfolio allocations with very large percents in fiat, and it just made me kind of cringe to myself a little bit. Like, really? Right now?
Well, you need to be in assets, right? And then take loan against those assets, and then you can profit that way. But you don't really want to be sitting in too much stables
It was a
forever.
massive percentage. Yeah, I'm not saying you should not be, you shouldn't have some stables or cash, but it was like 30 something percent, like these like huge portions of stable coins and cash right now. And for me, it's like you see Galaxy and these other institutions slamming thousands of ETH buys over the last few days. And your first thought is, I need to shave off a ton and go to cash.
Just borrow against the assets. I don't know, man. Like,
Dude,
it
just
makes no
borrow
sense that way.
USDC and buy more ETH, dude. It's easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deposit.
Are you
Actually, it
saying
just seems to
buy
be the
right
easy
here, right now, Lil Quant?
Honestly, yeah, fucking right here, right now.
How have you guys played this? It's been a while since we all got
Shit.
together. You know, maybe we want to go around the horn. We'll go Professor, Little Quant, and then Ace. Like, you look at the timeline. The timeline's definitely sidelined. You look at ETH, it's definitely up. You know, we had a little dip on the end of the month, and then since the first, it's just been up only. How have you guys been playing this? What's the alpha? Let's give the people what they want to hear. Let's start top to bottom. Professor?
All right, I'm first. So I was actually of the opinion like we were not gonna break above 4K this summer. Like I was selfishly wanting that because technically I'm supposed to be on vacation. Now I am forced to watch this. But with Tom Lee and like the TCOs, like I give them this week and then bleeding into maybe a little bit of the next as well to like blast this thing. And obviously it's happening right now with ETH pressing against like 4.8K now. So I was not like pre-positioned for any of this to happen. Obviously, I didn't know any of this was going to happen. Was not paying attention either. But I just took like the breakout trade, especially like when we were chopping earlier around like 4.1K, or like the lows were like 4.2. That was really the only time I actually like got positioned for ETH, on like a new, kind of like fresh positioning. On the nuke, like from August 2nd, that was a nice cleanse, to like 3.4K. But actually, I bought Hyperliquid instead. And actually, Hyperliquid has been underperforming Ethereum. I guess that's like, in retrospect, should have focused more on ETH. Solana has been underperforming until as of late. Actually, yesterday, Solana like started moving against Bitcoin and Ethereum. So, the cleansing that happened August 2nd, I thought was like, okay, great. This is nice. Now we get to chill for August. That was like my bias. I bought that and then, I sold the first balance. I think it was literally like a few day hold. Forgot exactly when. but it was a few day hold, and then I said, okay, this bounce is done. I tried to actually short the bounce and then got ran over. And then yeah, my most recent trade was the breakout on ETH, and haven't. I'm thinking about doing some shorts like this week and then maybe next week as well. But yeah,
Option
I'm of the
shorts
opinion
or,
like
or
we're
perp shorts? Sorry to jump in. Option shorts or perp shorts?
I want to do option shorts on ETH, like some ETH calls maybe for September. Call spreads. I'll probably like leg into them. We'll see. I'll see how price action develops. I want to see like a couple more days of this to give Tom Lee and co like the full week of price action, and then start thinking about putting it on like next week for September expiration is my thinking right now. Um, but yeah, like I really want to flush so that I don't have to keep jumping into these scalps and then getting out and then watching what Asia does. It's it is annoying, but I don't want to miss out on, like, let's say I'm wrong and like this thing blasts all the way to 5K or something. Like I want to be part of that, even though my positioning is not great right now. Whatever the market can give, I guess. So that's me. Didn't trade it perfectly. I thought, after the August 2nd bottom, I bought that, sold the bounce. The bounce became something bigger, especially on ETH.
The bounce became
And
a hot
I've
air
just been
balloon.
scalping
Jesus
very, very.
Christ. Jesus, I've been watching this thing just
Yeah,
rising.
it became a rocket. It became a rocket, man. Like, I just wish it wasn't August. Like, this would be so much more better. And uh, I'm not sure actually who's trading this besides like the Tom Lee and co folks. I feel like a lot of like other retail traders are just scalping in and out. I highly doubt anyone's like still long from tariff lows, like the 1.5K area for ETH. If you were swing long that, I mean, and you held, you deserve every bit of that P&L. But I think
1.5K is real low.
Yeah,
I know that was like the capitulation lows.
April.
But yeah, I don't know who's actually still holding those longs. Like I would have TP'd like a long time ago by now. But if you are holding, like, kudos. I think you deserve this blow off top that's caused by Tom Lee and Co. And yeah, it's very tempting to short this week, but I think you have to give this week to the bulls and like wait for Coinbase premiums to come down before taking any like huge directional shorts, maybe like partial positions, but that's me. I'll pass the baton.
Little Quant, how you been trading this? You holding? You sidelined? You trading it? What do you got?
Traded a little bit. I tend to do pretty well when things are, I wouldn't say like trending. Like it's hard for me to catch into a trend. I'm pretty good at like finding lows or like highs, I guess. Trying to get in depending on like either long or short. So any sideways sideways price action when I'm like actually trading manually, I just get absolutely just so bad. So I mean, yeah, like I've caught a bit of this move. I didn't think we'd be up here this quick, honestly, especially with ETH. Like, yeah, that was so quick. So happy for the ETH people in that sense, but like, yeah, I think like I was hoping, like I was thinking earlier this year, I was thinking we'd be lower in price. So that like kind of is surprising. I guess caught off guard, but I mean, yeah, kind of just gotta have to go with the price action. Like, it seems it wants up. So like that's what it seems like.
All in one day at a time. Ace,
Yeah.
how you been trading this? I know you've been back for a few months now. What do you got for us? It's been a while.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, This is like one of the few occasions where I'm long and strong. Like I'm excited. I was positioned for this pretty well. I caught it on the consolidation after we popped up off the lows, and I've just been playing calls on it every time it looks like it's going to break out. And this last time was really really nice, and it paid out very nicely. So it's been good for me. I've loved this ETH play. I mean, my main style of playing this one was initially I was just paying attention to the open interest, and I saw it starting to spike up and starting to climb up on the ETH calls towards like 5 and 4K. So initially the 4K calls printed, and then now the 5K calls are starting to print out. And the 5K ones ended up printing out because I saw that Deribit opened up their October contracts, and I was like, oh, looks like nobody's in it yet. So I got in early on those. And so, yeah, I'm just riding 5K calls at the moment. So hopefully those go a little bit in the money, and that'll be a nice printer there. But no, it's been good. I mean, markets are great for me. I can't complain one bit. There's like money to be made all sorts of ways.
Dude, I'm happy that you caught it. You deserve
What about
it.
you?
Dude, it has been a wild ride. Okay. I'm supposed to be on semi vacation. I was glamping. I was showing my wife around, and I got every day an alert that this thing's just ripping. Not just the ETH, right? But everything, right? We're always in spot. We're always holding spot to trade different contracts. I wasn't expecting, let's say, closer to 5K than 4K. 4K, we just ripped right through it. We didn't even really, there wasn't even any defense at 4K. I'm kind of sad that you guys didn't hold it down. I was expecting like 3,200, 4K, 3 4K, 3 4K kind of chop. We ran through that insanely fast. Crypto is the last free market. It's the first mover in either direction, and it moves the most, which is why we're here. But this kind of scares me. Like, you have all of these people, all of these fund managers now accumulating the ETH. So all these people are now just front running them because they know that they're going to buy, kind of like a sailor of the ETH. But, if it moves up 10% every day for a week, and then, 2 weeks before that it was like 5% every single day, like it can go down just as fast. I don't think people remember December to April, right? Times were a little different. We were talking mega tariffs across the world, flip-flopping, ping-ponging. We had World War III for 24 hours.
Cozy, the ETH bull, was shorting ETH live on stream.
Yeah, Cozy was live on stream, calling tops, and ETH went down like 65%. ETH went down 65% from December to April on the bottom. Shout out to any of those guys that are holding from 1,400 still, if you caught that long. But I wouldn't be surprised, like, if we do some 5K, 3K, something absolutely insane. People are going to lose their minds, but shit just doesn't go up forever.
Do you guys think that SBET has any kind of effect on Ethereum right now with what how they're trying to pull like the Michael Saylor of Ethereum?
Yeah, that's what I mean. The other guy too, the guy that's on CNBC, the Asian guy, like it all plays a factor, right?
Tom
But
Lee.
if go look at the SBET thing, it went from $4 to 120, back down to $8, and now it sits at 22. Like, imagine you got trapped at $80. Like, you're totally screwed. You're down, I don't know, 70% or something. Yeah, you're down.
What's your guys' take on that? Do you think that thing can actually take off and they can recover that? Because obviously the historical price action's horrible, but now that they're in a new direction, I mean, I feel like that's another way for me to play Ethereum calls instead of playing Ethereum, but I don't feel like that correlation is kicked in yet, though.
What's the other guy? What's the one that went live today?
It's kind of like
Bullish.
people who
Bullish. That's the name, right?
bullish.
Because like with Bitcoin, I can play like IBIT, I can play like other things.
Yeah, I got nuked.
Like IBIT's another way I've played Bitcoin, but
I mean, go look at BLSH. It was supposed to be like $30, $40. It was underwritten at $30, $40, and the thing went to 118 and now sits at 87. Right. At some point, when there's too many offerings, when there's too much when something called bullish is IPOing, like at some point, I don't want to be that guy, but if there are signs, we're getting pretty close.
No, be the guy. Be the guy.
Okay.
No, no.
Be the guy,
Listen,
Marty.
it's
Weka,
Katy Perry.
flip
You
this.
gotta stay true to the Katy Perry theory. Okay, we haven't seen
Yeah.
her post any pics with any crypto on her nails yet, so we're still safe.
Okay. I'll be the guy.
Contrary,
Is that's a signal right there?
what if like
Katy
Look,
Perry.
I think like the Katy
I think
Perry
ETH's
signal.
due for much higher. I
No,
mean,
but,
I'm gonna be the
Marty's
ETH
right.
bull here.
80K? Are you the 80K bull? That's what ETH Realize put out. 80K ETH.
That's
It's gonna be
insane.
the biggest.
Dude, there was a crazier one that I saw Sassel share the other day that was like in the 100,000 something, and I was like, dude, like, sure, you want to be that bullish, that's fine, but like the reality of it is, I probably don't want to be around in the world. Like, I don't want to see what society looks like when ETH is trading at 100 and something $1,000 if
There's
it's
a
any time
problem.
within the next, like, I don't know, 50 years.
That's not happening.
I have another question
Like,
to
that's just
maybe
not
go
happening.
around. Are they just going to do the same playbook next with the next tradable asset, which is Solana?
what if this is just like
The new
the
standard.
adoption that like like the institutional adoption that like
I would rather see them do it with Solana than Ethereum, but that's just me.
what
Dude,
like hear
I'm
me out
raising
like
$20 billion to a Solana treasury, and somebody comes out and says that, right? Or even if it's 1 billion, right? Somebody comes out and publicly states that. Like the flywheel just connects, the followers of the same plan keep executing, and then we're just like, we're back at $300-400. Like
I think
for-
it's the roller coaster, Ponzi meme where, Bitcoin was the first big loop. ETH is the second loop. Whatever comes next is going to be the third loop. And like, you just have diminishing flows the more that you
Yeah.
add to it.
Yeah, but
So,
you only have 3 tradable products in TradFi. You have Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana. They did the playbook with Bitcoin. Now they're doing the same playbook with ETH. Like you would think that the next playbook.
You're going to have
Yeah, that's obvious.
Solana. I don't know. I think the next play could be XRP.
what if they like go through
It could be
like
Farcoin.
the
As
whole
much as
shit?
like crypto natives don't want to hear that, when you look at like all of the metrics and you
It's
look at what
XRP,
people are
standard.
like, the standard is something that none of us want to see happen, but is a very like, it is a reality that could be.
Yeah, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. But either way, like even if it is XRP next, Solana's next in that line for
sure.
What if they do like ADA and like shit like that? To
No, I'm just
Tron
saying like
afterwards.
what's tradable right now on
XLM.
CME. Bitcoin.
If I had to go lower cap, I'd say Link and like probably XLM would probably be the other two.
Let's see what the grayscale hold.
Stellar
Right? Like
Lumens.
all those coins are probably like out at some point.
We are topping right here, right now on the stream. We are topping.
Yep. Talking about this kind of shit is forcing it. You
We're
asked
making
us.
it top.
You asked us to force. We're doing it.
You're
We're
making the market
forcing their hands. Talking about
Into
data
my
treasury
bids.
companies.
I'm telling you, like
Institutional adoption.
this is the type of shit. This is the type of conversation that happens at the tops. Like, but
We're not
it
even
ends
talking
like
yachts
all
or
other
islands
media.
yet.
No,
Like,
we're
all
not- we're
medias
not-
end the same way.
Yeah, we haven't even brought up yachts yet. What are you
We're not
talking
sharing
about?
watches. None of us are sharing watches on stream. Okay, so I think we're fine for now.
We're fine. It's totally fine.
Buy right here, right now.
Dude, if you ask Grok, actually,
But-
like Denton's been doing, he's been spamming Grok. Dude, he has 50 million impressions in 3 weeks, asking Grok random shit. But if you actually ask, I think it was yesterday, like, oh, what's ETH going to do with this news about the 20 billion? It was like, oh, it's going to go up 5 to 10%. Like, I'm surprised more people. Is there a Grok trading app?
No, but I did see someone who was using Grok to like write some code for like back testing different strategies and stuff, and was saying it was pretty successful. I got to find the tweet. I bookmarked it. But
I saw it too, but like yeah, it's the exact same thing. Like Grok was like really good at writing code.
It has.
That's
So
a
like when you look at the
lot.
metrics, it has a higher percentage of accuracy than all of the other LLMs right now, even GPT-5 when it comes to writing code. The problem is that it's more expensive and it has more latency. So it's a little bit slower. You're going to pay more, but you have a higher rate of accuracy.
Mm. I guess we need to go around the horn and do not necessarily future price predictions, but kind of yeah, some price predictions. Like, okay, we had Bitcoin, ETH, Solana. We think that Solana is the next tradable product, even though that, I just stabbed myself in the heart saying that. But it is the next tradable product. It's the only other product on CME that has like a futures product. They'll bring options next. I don't think that the train is over, but there will be signs. Like we had CPI come in. It was a little over, but I think people were expecting way more with tariff news, and I think people were
No, wait.
expecting.
Can I interrupt? Can I interrupt,
Yeah,
Marty?
yeah.
Like you're saying, there will be signs. So look, I'm gonna just call out Tom Lee right here. If you go to Tom Lee's page, he
There are
says
signs.
4 hours ago. Okay, look, he has a 10K target. I don't think it's that outrageous, but I will say, and actually, I don't know if that's gonna happen this year. Maybe eventually, but there are some calls out there that are like $40,000 Ethereum, and I'm like, dude, do you understand? Like at 40,000 Ethereum, like we're gonna be, Ethereum's like more worth more than whatever, like I don't know if in Nvidia or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Bitcoin. Like
yeah.
people are
It's
saying
a
like
huge
crazy.
market cap. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like,
Exactly.
okay, it's a little bit outlandish. But what I will call out Tom Lee for is that like he's saying ETH is arguably the biggest macro trade for the next 10 to 15 years
is
as
ETH. That's what
AI,
you said, right?
yes, ETH, as AI creates a token economy on the blockchain and as Wall Street financializes on the blockchain. All right, look, I'm
Who wrote
actually
that?
on
Cozy? Did Cozy write that? Jesus Christ.
no. So so what I'm trying to call
He's
out
been
is like,
talking to Fink.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
yeah. What I don't understand, or I don't know if Tom understands, is that the Wall Street is not using ETH. Like Citibank and like Wells Fargo, JP Morgan,
Yeah.
SMBC, like they're not all using, Ethereum, the blockchain. So it's not like, the price is going up because, oh my God, all the stable coins and deposit tokens is what they're calling them actually, is
Like,
going
what's
to be
that
built on ETH.
news? That new chain, I think, with the
Night.
stable coin, whatever that they just
Plasma?
released. Like these
Plasma
No,
or Circles, because Circle has one too that they're releasing.
I think it was Circle, but the point is like these people don't need to adopt like these chains. Like they can just create their own. Like,
Exactly. They have enough money to do so, and they don't really
Yeah.
need to hop on any L1 or anything.
exactly.
I think a lot
Yeah.
of them will go the L2 or L3 route, though, even if they start as an L1. Like Plasma makes sense for, but a lot of these services like Stripe, like I don't really see a need. I don't know why Stripe needs an L1. Like they could accomplish a lot more. Let's say like spinning up an Orbit chain.
Hmm.
Oh, what is this? Looks like this. Our
How about the
stream.
volatility?
They
You
don't
think
like
our volatility is ever gonna go back up, or we're trying to fill a base? Bitcoin volatility is still dying.
Yeah, look at this shit.
I would
Under
think
40
that
still?
it starts to pick up. I don't.
That's the
see
reason
it,
I
like,
wouldn't want ETH. That's the reason I wouldn't want Solana products, is because I wouldn't want the volatility to die out on Solana if we start getting more and more. I'd love to see it happen to XRP first.
say like Bitcoin starts trading like low 30s, like 30 ball or something, like high 29s or something.
And then you have ETH over
Right.
here, 72.
Yeah.
It popped up. Oh my god.
At the money, 66.68. I'm gonna go on BTC, 32.
Like say it's like like hypothetically speaking, say like ETH actually does catch an institutional bid, like how Bitcoin kind of did it, like caught wind. Obviously, not to that same extent, but say if it actually does, I don't know. Would be kind of cool to see. I'm not gonna lie.
Like I'm still bullish to 7K at the moment. Like it looks like it should send that way, and people are still buying those ridiculous calls and piling onto them, especially for the dated plays too. Like for June next year,
June.
I feel like that's plenty of time, especially the way things are moving. I feel like things are moving much faster with a lot of the crypto regulations and things going through. That if I'm betting on something, even though I like leaps, betting on something like June calls for Ethereum for some crazy OTM price wouldn't be too bad of a play
I'm back.
if I'm really bullish.
I don't know what happened.
As
How
bullish
bullish
as I
are-
am,
how-
I was with pre these last, I don't know what month. I was in the Professor Satoshi camp. As much as I was, bullishy, pretty heavy spot, I still thought we would get a pretty significant pullback after hitting 4, and then we wouldn't see, our major run up until we got more towards Q4, and we just blasted right through 4, and now everyone's been fucking piling into ETH. So it's like, it's great for me. I'm in spot, but at the same time, when you trying to develop a plan, when you have all these kind of, I don't know, third party
external factors.
Yeah, external factors that are coming into play, and participants that weren't factors previously. You gotta
Some
kinda
news
take a
just
step
hit the
back.
tape. We want to talk about this. Google Play Store bans unlicensed crypto wallets, forcing AML KYC on non-custodial apps in the US and EU. New Google Play Store policy now requires FinCEN registration, state banking license, or MiCA license for non-custodial wallets. So this is like your Coinbase wallet, your OKX wallet, any of these. Damn, Jamie was fucking fast on that, dude. Pulled that shit right up.
Yeah. I was like,
You want to go around the
No,
horn like this?
no, this is actually worse than what you're saying. This is saying all the non-custodial ones. So not your Coinbase wallet, but like the Coinbase app wallet.
That's what I mean. Not
okay.
not the Coinbase app, but the Coinbase wallet. All the Web3 wallets.
The MetaMask type wallet.
Yeah,
thing
but
is-
then MetaMask is launching a stable too. That's the latest, news we were just talking about it, right?
I'm kind of confused about this because I thought I thought it was pretty clear that they didn't need those licenses as non-custodial wallets because
The
they're
market
not
doesn't seem to
MSBs.
care. Market's not really reacting like it cares.
Good for my
Oh,
ARP
yeah, I see.
bags.
Here we go. Yep. Google's policy thereby goes well beyond what is required of non-custodial wallets by law. That's what I thought. I'm like, I used to work for non-custodial wallet companies, and like we interfaced with plenty of legal teams and different agencies at the time, and it being unhosted, an unhosted non-custodial wallet, there's a clear distinction between classifying you as a money transmitter and not.
Yeah, I mean the market's not nuking. It's not up on the news, but it's just flat on the news.
Remember, like the Solana days, like there was a whole bunch of like wallets and stuff. Like those wallets are going to be.
Oh yeah,
eventually.
everything, every
All those
wallet.
wallets, right? Like
This is pretty much blanketed. Like I don't see how
I don't want to name names, but yeah.
how any wallet that's on the Google Play Store isn't absorbed into this or
Well,
captured.
Apple doesn't care because they're making 30%.
Technically, I just need a seed phrase. I don't really need a wallet, but yeah, that would be annoying.
You can just buy an iPhone and not be a fucking Android freak.
Well, that's always been kind of the thing that's like boggled my mind about all of it. When we talk about non-custodial wallets and like regulation around it, it's like the wallet itself is just an interface. Like anyone can generate private keys and public key pairs in their command line interface. Like you don't need a wallet to do that.
To simplify what's going on.
So it's like we're regulating math, right? Like regulating the ability to do math on your computer. or regulating the ability to create an interface to easily use math that can be done on your computer.
Somebody said Europores can't sell because they all have fucking
That's
Android.
bullet. That's bullet.
Who said that? Who said that?
On Twitter, it was
Oh.
who Woz Crypto. Europores can't sell. I cannot. I repeat, Europores are officially banned from selling. Prepare the rocket ships.
So funny.
Wait, I don't see that in the comments though.
No, not in
Not it.
comments. Just on the. He tweeted it. Woz.
Oh,
As.
okay.
I wonder what like pushed them to do this though. It's like a pretty
That's very weird.
pretty forceful decision.
Yeah.
And I
Wild
mean,
times.
just as we said before, like it goes well above and beyond what the FinCEN guidance is. So
I know, and that's a little bit weird because like this administration has been very supportive of self custody. Like even Paul Atkins at the SEC mentioned like, hey, you know, we're fans of like self custody. I don't know if like he hasn't like mentioned any rules around it, but if you're talking about FinCEN getting involved in stuff, like that's the whole AML KYC shebang discussion. And this is new, so I'm glad that you shared it live. My initial reaction is that it's a little bit strange that there must be something that's prompting them to do this, because they've been pretty open about it, like crypto apps, non-custodial wallets and stuff like that. And this is basically like a KYC, it sounds like. So yeah, it's a surprise to me.
So are we buying puts or what?
We're topping
what's
right
on
now.
Google?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Google
it's
puts? Short Google? No, I think
I
you can get away
literally-
with like some put spreads or, you know, something like some quick flip.
Let's see.
I see Horse like he
So this
says
might be
something.
so this might be because of Europe. Might be because of Europores. And they're just blanketing and including the other like major jurisdictions where they have downloads from. So it says in the EU, the policy states the developer must be authorized as a crypto asset service provider under the markets and crypto assets regulation by a relevant national competent authority. Any other local legal requirements, including any national level restrictions or requirements beyond MiCA, must be complied with. And that's not the case in the US.
Mm.
Developers don't need to be authorized as crypto asset service providers. That'd be fucking silly.
It's blanketed, like you said. Like it's just like a general over everything.
Leave it to the Europores.
This news might top the entire market.
Top Google, short Google.
I think it's over, dude.
I think you just long E short Google. Call it a pair trip.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Like if you look at like the very next paragraph, it says licensing burdens aside, a MiCA license would thereby not be issued to a simple non-custodial software wallet, effectively excluding all non-custodial wallet developers from offering software in the Google Play Store in the EU.
Wait, Google Google actually just dropped like 3%.
No, they didn't.
They did. Look,
No
oh wait,
fucking
no, this is Class C. Hold on, wait. Oh
Okay.
wait, is it
Oh,
Class
wow.
C? It is.
Alphabet stock. Are you spreading FUD?
I think
Dude,
it
yeah.
is. Oh,
Look,
It's on 1%. Okay, it's on 1%.
I know, but
It actually did. It actually did drop on the news.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, it really did. Yeah.
whoa.
This is it.
Fuck.
The first 5-minute red candle, and the bears are coming out of their caves. I've been doing this meme. It's like it's finally our time, and I've been saying that for like a whole month. And every time yeah, I'll repost it. It's a funny like Bobo meme. I'll send it to you guys. I'll post it on the Premia, under the Premia stream, so you guys can enjoy the Bobo.
Some of these Bobo memes are so messed up, but like it's.
They're the best.
Oh, you
they're
can't go
so
too deep.
good.
If you go too deep, Lil Quan, be careful. It becomes like some X-rated stuff.
It's funny, but like, damn, like how, like.
Are you guys in the
No.
trenches at all, or are you guys just playing more responsible plays? Quote unquote responsible.
Responsible.
I'm not in the trenches. No, I have a few, like my main things I have are just BTC, ETH, Hype, and then I've got 2 other alts that I hold, and nothing else. I'm not.
What's
Not
your
trench
reasoning for
moving.
like not being in the trenches, or I guess trying the memes?
I don't think it's time for that. Like, you know, you
Okay.
see
That's
Rangers
fair.
outperforming, and it's like, do you want to be down 80% in XXX/ETH, or do you want to sit in spot? Because like, even if some, you know, sure, there's going to be some alts that are going to outperform, but the majority of them aren't going to. So I'd rather be sitting cozy, comfy.
Yeah. That's fair.
In highly
But
liquid
when-
assets.
But when Ace does trenches, like he doesn't mean like he plays like the meme coins like so different though. He's not really in the trenches.
For sure. He's got it.
Yeah,
You know, I
that's
actually, I have a buddy, an inner life buddy that he has been doing his own kind of basis trade setup that he has over on, I want to say he's using Radium maybe, or I don't know, but I pointed him to your account. I showed him, you know, that you have your own little
Oh,
strategies
thanks.
you run with the DLMM stuff. I told him he should check it out, or if he wanted to chat with you, reach out.
Ace is probably like the only one.
What's
that's,
your
like,
return on the DLMMing? Like percent return, like from the beginning. Like you don't need to give us like, oh, I made $1 million, right? But like, oh, you
No,
fucking
no.
5x your portfolio, or where are you at?
Oh, way more than that. That's like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, way
What
more
if
than that.
both
But
of-
like, my average general return on most LPs is minimum 50% at least. I mean, I could easily knock out 30, but minimum 50. So if I like
When-
get into an
when
LP,
Ace DLMM fund, dude.
dude,
we're-
it's
we're
no
ready
way.
for
No, no
We're
thanks. I got a bunch of points for Meteora. I'm so hyped for that airdrop. I got just shyly like 250k below a Billy, so I'm pretty set up on that one. So I'm hoping it
How-
pays out nicely.
Is that going to be a 7-fig airdrop for you?
I don't know. I've never actually hit such a big airdrop, so I don't even know. I'm hoping it's nice. I'm going in with low expectations. If I make 50k, I'll be happy. If I get 100k, fantastic. Anything more than that, it's like,
Hey, it's still great, dude.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
great.
yeah, not bad. Have some fun with
Good.
that.
Forget the good times.
Lil Quan has been farming every single airdrop these days.
trying to.
Talk to me, little Quan. What do you got?
He has everything on lock, dude.
So right now, yeah, like I think Paradex got extended, the airdrop, but yeah, we're just trying to just delta neutral everything, like, low key, even.
I'm trying a new one right now.
Like just just trying to hit everything delta.
What's
neutral.
what's your most prominent one that you're looking forward to for the retails?
Before you tell that, I would say what Lil Quan is doing is probably some of the best advice for people that have like not a lot of capital. Just fucking try everything. Go and use platforms. You're gonna get incentivized. Airdrops come. Like it's one of the best ways to like get some free starter cash to
Even
start
Premium.
playing around with.
Just to add on to what he's saying on that one, there's that new platform that does that whole IPO trading, and they're in testnet right now. So it doesn't cost you
saw
any
that.
money to go there and try out their testnet, and
It costs
they're
you
most likely
$1.
going to come out with the token.
$1. Why do they charge
Yeah.
$1? Bucks. Just make it free.
And some of these exchanges they confirmed yeah, we're having an airdrop, so it's kind of like freebie. I think.
Free money.
You just
Make
don't
a
know
little
how
list. Right off the top of your head. What do we got? You got Lighter. You got none of these are endorsed, by the way. You have Lighter. You have that one that does the IPO. I forget the name of that one. You have
Ventuals?
Ventuals.
yeah, Ventuals.
Yeah.
You have Meteora. What else do you have?
Paradex, what?
Paradex.
Lighter. Where I said that already. right? Like extended. There's Ostium, but yeah, there's Ostium with
Yeah,
like
Ostium's the one.
RWAs and stuff like that, like NQ equities. You can trade that stuff. Feel bad for like Bullet. It's like it's not drifts. Zeta rebranding into Bullet on Solana.
Nice.
Yeah,
I remember
Hyperliquid's
that, dude.
competitors.
They,
Yep,
they
that'd be
should have
Oh, I
just
didn't know
stuck
that.
with options. They should have kept options.
I
and
know.
and they would have
Ah.
been the biggest options decks on Solana.
For
I
sure.
know.
Not like that's saying much, but those guys are good. Tristan and the team. They should
They
have
would have been
stayed
early.
with
It would have been early.
Yeah, it's more about
We
just
literally
being
don't have
there.
anything right now. We have no options on Solana for
Guys,
on chain.
what is the minimum that these dexes should pay the influencers each month? Not saying that I was ever approached by any of these, but what's the minimum you would accept to be?
Look at
I-
their revenue.
I tell everyone who reaches out to me asking for KOL stuff, 40 BTC.
I tell
Okay,
people,
Nomad.
well, mine's the best, dude. I
Cozy
think
Nomad.
Mine's
That's
pretty
cute.
reasonable, dude. A GT3 RS, and we can wrap it in your brand. Dude, it's like 200-300K. Doesn't have to be a new one. It can
Sell
be a used
yourself short, dude.
I asked for favors.
Dude, I'm
Not
surprised
any
Bybit didn't
favors.
take that,
No,
dude.
it-
Imagine a Bybit fucking GT3 RS in Rio, dude. Come on. Be
If
fucking
they're
shit.
like, I don't really like getting money involved with founders that I like know or like personally. If they've offered me, it's usually like you just said, like favors. Like, hey, anything that's important that's not involving a token, like send to me. I'll help syndicate and share for you, and just do the same for me whenever I have something important that we're gonna announce.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's
It's more
always
like
favors, dude. Everything that
non-monetary.
we do is
Works
for
better
free.
that
We
way.
give all the information for free. But I mean, Rollbit giving like $1 million to people to come to
Oh,
the
dude.
casino, like I mean,
Sisyphus.
a deck should be, I don't know, 50K, 100K a month. Like, what's their revenue, right? Like, oh, they make $1 billion. Oh, they have 100K to give, 10 people.
I think you were one of the early people that were talking about like protocols that make money. I think that's a pretty good.
Yeah, look at how much they're making. Look at what they're doing. If they're like a
Oh,
DEX that pulls in tons of revenue, they can pay you a reasonable amount. So just don't undercut yourself. Like that's probably the worst thing.
There's a
Hyperliquid makes
million.
money. Hyperliquid, like it makes money. It's actually
They don't need, but Hyperliquid doesn't need influencers. I think like there's so many new cool things, like this new like
Because
IPO
they
one that
created evangelists.
True,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
they made their earliest users very, very wealthy, or reimbursed them for the wealth they lost with more wealth. And and for doing so, they had a free KOL network. They had evangelists rather than KOLs.
It's called-
they're telling
They have
people
ref
about-
links though, right?
Yep, that's another
They do.
thing. Like, that's the kicker. Like, hey, you made a shit ton of money off this airdrop, plus here's your ref link to collect some fees. And
I think that's what ends up happening when a company makes too much money. They stop paying those influencers, and they're like, "All right, well, let's beef up our ref link package, and we'll get KOLs that way."
So you know what's funny? I think I seen a post. Someone was saying like Hyperliquid cut off their referrals after $1 billion in volume.
really.
Yeah, like builder
Bad idea.
referrals.
Yeah.
Right? There was they're not a scam, but there was something. I think it was Flood. Flood put it out like about in silico, and they built out all this stuff for them, and then they took back like builder codes or something like this.
I think I think that too.
Well, I don't think the people care. The people do not care. Any other last little alphas, fellas? We're coming up top of the hour. We covered a lot. Prices don't seem to care about Google. They care about iPhones, even though the whole world runs on Android, not necessarily iPhones. The only country where everybody has an iPhone is America. The rest of
Bro.
it is fucking Androids, like by far.
bro, even in
Actually,
America, it's not. In America, it's the same way. It's just you wouldn't think so because we're so like fashion forward, I guess you would say, that the marketing and like general perception is that we need the higher quality, finer aesthetic item, but in actuality, I think it's only like 70% of the world, is using Android or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like billions more are using Android. The thing with America in particular is that they just like give you iPhones. Like, oh,
Yep.
come to whatever Verizon. We'll give you 4 new iPhones that if you stick with us for 2 years, we'll even buy out your old plan. Like that's not a thing in other countries, right? Like, iPhones in Brazil are $2,000, and they're giving away 4 fucking iPhones at fucking Verizon or whatever, for a family. It's insane.
Do you have to pay for the phone like separately, or is it like
No. What they'll do is
monthly plan?
they'll pay off your old plan, so
Yep.
that gets you to leave whatever plan you were on, and then I keep using Verizon, but then you come over to Verizon and they'll give you an iPhone, and then you just have to pay the data plan, for
They'll
2
lock
years.
you in 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll lock you in for 2 years, and they make more money that way than their little iPhone deal that they gave you.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't know that wasn't just blanketed everywhere, but apparently, that must be the we'll call it the Apple Stimmy in the U.S.
Apple stimmies.
But it's also
my
like they offer tons of incentive programs and ways to pay now. So it's like even if you're someone who can't afford an iPhone full price, to walk in and just buy it, you can use your Apple Card and break it up over 12 months of payments, 0 interest,
or even over 24 months, right? With the plan, like you can just pay $20-$30 a month, and it's just baked in.
Exactly. So it's like $20 a month for a phone, and most people are gonna take that offer. Whereas, like you said, in other countries, it's like you need to pay full price for the phone.
Yeah,
There's so many things you can finance now, and it's actually kind of crazy.
What's up with the Klarna? You can in Brazil they have this thing. It's called Passala, which is it's different in America. I guess the difference in America is the company finances it for you. Like Verizon finances the iPhone, Apple finances your computer. Where in Brazil, on your card, you can go to the pharmacy or whatever, and you can break your payment on your card, like sometimes up to 12x, right? Up to a year. But you pay, the bank is financing it, not the company.
Well, technically, through
like
Apple, the bank is financing it because they use
Or some third-party lender, right? Some of whatever.
They use JP Morgan. Yeah,
they're Goldman Sachs, I think, actually.
Goldman Sachs. Sorry, yeah.
And so you're still getting financed by a bank, by a lender. It's not.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Apple.
It's not like, oh, you have a car loan, you have a whatever loan for your iPhone. In Brazil, it's like your credit card, you can break down the payments 12 times with no tax. So your balance is added up every
No,
single
that's what they do. They make you get the Apple Pay like on your phone, so you have an Apple card, and then they break it up on that card. So you're making payments. So it is kind of the same thing. It's
yeah,
just,
but in Brazil, you can do it at the fucking pharmacy. You can do it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, well, Americans have that option for Domino's. We can forepay our Domino's.
We can forepay our Klarna Domino's.
Can
Wasn't like
forward pay your
Chipotle too
Starbucks.
recently? You can finance your.
Dude, you can finance your DoorDash. I saw, dude. Like, come
Yeah.
on,
You can.
I have seen that. I've seen the finance the Ubers or the Uber Eats stuff, and that's kind of crazy. But
that was like recently it happened too, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Thanks for saving the day, jumping in. The last meetup that we had was a long time ago. Any last alphas, comments, question, concern? Do we want to do a gun to the head? ETH price?
We're topping.
Yeah, ETH price.
Tomorrow? No, just kidding. I don't know. A month out, end of the month? Above or higher? Well, Weka will clip this, and then we'll revisit it, and we'll laugh on Twitter if you were wrong anyways. So end of the month, higher or lower, 40, over, under, 4,700.
I mean, a month is kind of only like 2 weeks left, so
2 weeks.
that's
2 weeks.
I'm gonna say we run the previous high and then just like so low go lower. We're gonna slight run above the high and end up lower. But
I'm gonna say by the end of the month, since we always pull back, we're probably gonna pull back by the end of the month. But if you were gonna tell me what's gonna happen by like September or October, I mean, I could see this thing running like 6-7K. That's probably my target. But end of the month, definitely. We already had our main move. Option players are winning. Everybody's winning. I think it's no time to be betting for a higher move unless you're already positioned.
Okay, so let's go from top to bottom. Over under 4,700 Satoshi. Prof.
Oh, I'm gonna say over 47.
Over 47.
Yeah.
August 30th, I would say under 47.
Under 47. Little quant.
under.
Cozy.
Join me.
5K.
So over.
Let's
Gonna
go.
close. We're talking about closing price August 30th, right?
Yeah, closing price August 30th.
Oh, okay. August 30th.
Like, what if we
Demand,
run to
5K.
5K? We run to
Oh.
5K next week, and then it's like you go under.
No, dude. I honestly, I don't think we're gonna go into the low threes like you think, Marty. I think like right around 4 is probably gonna be our new baseline, our new bottom, local bottom. So I don't know, somewhere between 4 and 45. I think we'll be lower than here. I think we'll be lower by end of month, but
Lower from here. All right. Here's I'm at lower. I'm at lower under 47.
I'm gonna be. I'll be in spot.
Here's Poly Market. You want to hear the Poly Market as the final wrap?
Poly market? Yeah, I want to hear this.
Will the price hit? Right. So a little binary. Above 40. Will it hit 4,800? 92% chance that it will hit 48. 68% chance it will hit 5K. 35% chance it will hit 54, 18% chance for 5,800, 9% chance for 62, and a 3,300 on the low end, 5%. So the market thinks 48 to 5K.
Well, we shall see.
Alrighty, fellas.
We
Market
Thank
shall
you.
think
see.
higher.
It's the top.
Markets.
ES is red. It's down
Cut it out.
0.04%. Okay.
We had a 1 5-minute green candle. It's over.
Yeah.
I mean, red
you
candle.
saw it here first. You
Pack
heard
it
it
up,
here
boys.
first. Over and under. Thank you,
We're
fellas.
so bad.
Yep.
See you guys.
Later.
See you in 2 weeks.